BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. Why have I got two outputs? That's no good. Let me get rid of that one. Welcome everyone to the Japanese Grand Prix, round number 12 of the World Championship, something like that. And yes, indeed, then it is going to be a absolutely superlative Grand Prix race. I apologise profusely if the quality's a bit dodgy and all that shenanigans, but unfortunately, I only discovered about 10 minutes ago. Lovely. And yeah, I've only just found out about a couple of minutes ago that this didn't work, and so it's a bit bodged. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? Yes, so we are in Japan then, round number 12 of the World Championship. Let's go for the drivers and the constructors standings, shall we? 25 points separates Jay Hings and Brooksy. That's the top two at the moment there, but 4 points adrift is Kiki in third position. Then the top three is separated by 29 points. That's just over a Grand Prix win. And then we got Smithy Almighty, 41 points adrift to the championship lead at the moment. I think it's just now the top four that has got a realistic chance of the championship this season. Slayer, of course, started off very well this season. Unfortunately, he's dropped off ever so slightly, but it's fifth in the standings, 10 points in front of Marsky, who's had a very strong season in sixth position. Sirius Mersham in seventh. Remember, Sirius Mersham won here back in season 2 of Silver. Eighth position, Sickers Mountain. Ninth is FIFA BP with Casal in 10th position. 11th is Dunmadan. Duncan Davis 12th with Moomin 13th. Styles 14th. Lee in 15th. Vintage in 16th. Winnie, Scooby Stew, Swan Shanks, and Don of the Dons then, who used to be known as Cars. Constructors Championship, McLaren leads then 107 points in front of the Williams team in second position now. Goodness me, it's a flashback to 2002 if you discount the Ferrari team. And then we got Alpine in third position there on 159 points. The rest of the teams have not broke triple figures yet. 89 points for the AlphaTauri team, 85 points for the Aston Martin. I'm looking for an Alfa Romeo, by the way. And oh, there they are. There he is. Marsky starting his lap now. Aston Martin on 85 points, 84 points for Ferrari. It is nip and tuck between AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, Ferrari, and Alfa Romeo. 10 points, 9 points separates the four teams. And then, of course, only 10 points further back is the Oracle Red Bull Racing team. Golly gosh. Then 8 points adrift to them is the Haas team in 9th position. FIFA's had enough, unfortunately. And, of course, we got Mercedes on 24 points at the bottom of the constructors' standings. Hello, 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 everyone. Into the first deck now then for Marsky. Into the second deck, now, of course, unfortunately, Logan Sargent had a bit of an issue, though, didn't he, on Sunday. But of course, he ain't going to be the first and he ain't going to be the last. So we've had so many drivers to go off there in Formula 1 and on here as well. Let's go. Bronze Moon is saying also I'm back, and damn I've missed this. Hello Sean, and hello and good luck everyone. Evening to Rocket Lee as well. Oh, evening Ginger One. Hello to you, Vintage, my favourite subscriber. And evening to everyone else as well. Evening Vintage, good luck then. Yo Sean, hello to you, Slayer. We've also got some great comments as well. Hack it and botch it, Sean. That's basically that's how I scroll, to be fair. So hopefully it looks a bit dull, but we'll worry about that next week, I reckon. And we have got, we've also got, also had a storm last night, so connection will be, might be kind of, might be my fault, so just heads up there. And of course, wonder who the hell Don was then. Is that a new guy? As going fast so far is Morsky, yes, because Kaz has changed his name to Don of the Dons. And unfortunately, I put an underscore in between of and the, so I'm absolutely devastated by that. So it looks like I'm going to have to edit the old spreadsheet. Hello to everyone. And a big hello from Canada as well. Cars. Evening to Serious Mush, and then Sick as Muck has gone second fastest there. We've also got Brooksy who's gone fastest by quite some margin there. 6/10 of a second, and with 13 minutes to go in this session. On. Lovely. And we've also got Joseph, of course, a Grand Prix winner in this championship in the past. Grand Prix winner as well, and a pole position as well from Joseph. I think he was third in the championship as well. He's pole voter many ago. Yellow flag in Dunlop there for one of the Red Bulls. It is Joseph just getting out of the way, and got to say, very precarious part of the circuit that is. Swanshanks there just going up to Spoon, I think that was. It is Spoon now, mainly because it's shaped like a spoon. That's what I interpret as the reason why it's called a Spoon Curve. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Barth is hosting the lobby, and it's not raining for once. It rained in qualifying last night, didn't it? I've said on lovely afternoon. I saw on Sunday that Japan, there's been a lot of wet race over the years in Japan. Of course, the infamous 2014 race where Jules Bianchi lost his that horrific Grand Prix then. Sadly, that Grand Prix always sticks in the memory for me. Also, the 1994 race as well was quite horrific as well. But one of the best drives ever from Damon Hill. What's happened there? Is that a Red Bull? Goodness me, you can't park there, sir. So Red Bulls have an issue there. Shame that one of the Red Bulls didn't have a problem with that on Sunday. And I don't mean for gold, I mean from actual Formula 1 then. But having said that, I don't think it's Red Bull's fault. It's the rest of the field that can't do a good enough job for us. But it's great to see Ferrari starting to really pull their act together as well. And they actually had a really good strategy as well on Sunday. It was Mercedes that didn't really do the strategy very well, did they? Don't upset him. He's all right. Serious wrestler saying that. I forgot to turn my overtake on. Then says Kiki, which is why Kiki is languishing down in 5th position. And then, of course, Kiki is basically our Yarno Trilly of bronze, and absolutely supreme in qualifying is Kiki, with a lot of podiums, a lot of pole positions to him as well. I'll get my spreadsheet up in a minute if this laptop ever decides to sort its life out. Vintage just coming out of the Kobayashi hairpin, which I know is not the Kobayashi hairpin, but I just like that hairpin because I just Kobayashi going here, there, and everywhere in 2010, around the outside, around the inside. Alguersuari tried to bash him off the circuit there, which was not ideal, and I think Alguersuari actually damaged his front wing, didn't he? Which was quite interesting. It's Kobayashi as well in 2012. I have a soft spot for Kobayashi. I think he's a great driver, to be honest. I think that he was one of the better overtakers at the grid as well. I think him and Hamilton was cut above everyone else in terms of overtakes there. And Moomin did say about his connection being a bit skew-whiff. He is a bit skew-whiff in the hairpin. Vintage has done his 8 fast motor, but I think that was more of a double warm-up lap there for Vintage. On the medium tyres is Vintage, which means that he's going to have 2 bites of the cherry before having a big old blast then for the lap then. Can't set a valid lap. That's Sarah saying that. Hello all racers, hello to you camera as well. Great stuff to have you all in the comments there. I have a lot of past friends drivers in the stream last night, which was really cool to see. But unfortunately, Troy was very harsh to Alex, wasn't he? As Troy said that Alex sounded a bit like me. Absolutely shocking stuff indeed there. I know Troy's having a hard season, but goodness me, that's very harsh indeed. Here's Jay Hings then, of course, the championship leader at the moment, into the 130R, easy flat these days. But back in, I think, did Toyota, was it Alan McNish? Alan McNish had a horrific shunt there in 2002. Alan McNish, Jay Hings goes fast there by almost half a second. That is a mega lap from Jay Higgs. Good gracious me there. Throwing the gauntlet down right from the get-go, Higgs. Is there no more messing about there for the championship leader? Good gracious me. And of course, I am expecting the top 4 this season of Higgs, Brooksy, who am I talking about? Smithy Almighty and Kiki. I think that the top 4 in the championship are going to be very much a class, above the rest of the field tonight. That's just my gut feeling. Why do I say that? I have no, to be honest, there, because I try and sound like I know what I'm talking about, but let's be honest, I don't. Oh, there you go. I would never say that. Oh, goodness me. But, to be honest, I am old enough to... no, I am. I was going to say I'm old enough to remember the first ever race around here, but that was 2 years before my birth. Which actually is very interesting, because I call this a classic circuit, but to be fair, it hasn't been on the calendar quite as long as what I really originally thought it was there. 87 is not a long time ago. Well, I try and say it's not a long time ago, but it really is these days, isn't it? Yeah, it's like Bahrain's been on the Formula 1 calendar since 2004. Now, does that mean it's a classic track? See, I wouldn't say that Bahrain's a classic track yet. I'd say it hasn't earned its stripes, but actually, it's been on the calendar just as long as Japan has when I first started watching F1. 3 laps, none valid. So that's not good at all there for Slayer. That is, we've got a Haas. Goodness gracious me. That Haas there. And oh, we've got some shenanigans going on here. What is occurring? And that Haas is not a happy chappy at all. Oh, goodness gracious me. Winnie goes a little faster, but some shenanigans there from Haas there. Sick as mug, I'm thinking absolutely furious with Winnie. Or as Murray Walker says, absolutely furious with Winnie. I don't know why. As well, moving almost off the circuit there, going off to the AstroTurf. Now building up the hill once again, and who was that just gone cross line? Joseph gone so fast as an all Red Bull row 4 at the moment there from Joseph and Duncan Dave. Duncan Dave's having a very strong season, I would say. Duncan Dave has currently leading on qualifying mode. Yamakovic said, of course, I think that I'd like to see Yamakovic in a full-time seat, hopefully next season. A very good peddler indeed then. Into the pits comes Moomin, had enough of that, so Moomin's going to wonder what Moomin's got left in the tank. So at the moment, Kiki has gone up into second position, unbeknownst to me. Kiki about half a tenth of a second away. Oh, I've just had a notification, it's ALR as well, fantastic. Kiki is just about half a tenth of a second away from Higgs, but Higgs has really just come out of the box, absolutely flying, and has done really good stuff indeed. Then Rocket Lee, a bit of a before we had the Easter break, Rocket Lee was a bit in the doldrums, wasn't he? Rocket Lee was not really up to par with what Rocket Lee has had in the past. So, but tonight, he looks like he's back to his best. And Joseph just coming on an in lap there. Here comes Winnie going for now by the cherry. We're on board with Winnie now. I've got some left jump. Shocking stuff indeed, Sean. Pull yourself together. Winnie going on board with Winnie now then. And currently the only driver out there setting on a quick lap there to go into one, which is more of an entry into turn 2 before getting on the power. I must admit, I am a big fan of Winnie, and I think that when Winnie practices, he's an absolutely incredible peddler, isn't he? But it's the back end trying to overtake the front there. However, for Winnie, there's one thing that does rot his coffee book, which I love that saying. I heard that saying on Sunday, I think, from Coffee or Anthony Davis. I've never even heard that saying called rot your coffee book or something like that. Anyway, but basically, what gives a Red Martinez to Winnie is unfortunately this default. In Orange Shona, bronze was on a Sunday. Indeed, yes. To be honest, I love bronze so much. I wanted it on Sunday and on Tuesday, so we got a double dose of bronze there, which I must say I do enjoy bronze. I absolutely love it. Mainly because oh dear. Let's be. I should read something. Shocking stuff, indeed. I'm meant to be professional here. Gladiators then, which is going to enter the Colosseum, and albeit then I'm probably in the wrong part of the world for that. Winning from the British games. Well, it'll be interesting to know what happened between Sickers Muck and Winnie, because that looked like that there's some previous went on between these guys. But can Slayer getting time on the board now? He's got time on the board, but it's not really a competitive time now for Slayer. He's got a lot quicker than that. Thank you very much for giving there another gift message. Thank you very much for that. And now it's Rocket Lee who's got the gift, the membership as well. I need to really look up the terminology. Knowles has told me what it is already, but unfortunately, he was probably talking to me while I was dipping into my milk tray. Slayer go 9th fast, so that's his first competitive time on the board. So we've only got one qualifying session tonight, an old school qualifying. This is you get one session instead of an hour though. It's only 18 minutes long, and you've got about 3 sets of tires to sort yourselves out. Then Swan Shanks there out of Spoon Corner, flying passing out. What a lovely shot that is, and of course we've got no trees, have we? Which certainly blocked our view over the past couple of years or so. Oh, I've got an email. It's a championship as well. Fantastic stuff. Limited ring all that. To be honest, I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it just keeps buzzing at me at the moment. Whoa, there's a bit of Swan Shanks coming into the pits there. As, oh dear, Winnie's having a bit of a interesting qualifying session. While he's now been disqualified, of course, that place is reserved normally for Danny Fiat, then, if anyone remembers his almighty shunt in 2015. However, unfortunately for Winnie, out of qualifying, down in 20th position now. Unfortunately, Winnie's had a very interesting qualifying session now, getting blocked quite brutally by Sick as Muck. And oh dear, the Red Bull there. Hopefully Winnie's car gets out of the way, because the AI is not doing a very good job of parking the car in a decent, easy location there, or a safe location. Now he is, and make sure you miss the advertising board then, because that would not have been ideal. Right. So now it's getting into the business end of the session now. Smithfield Mighty is about a couple of seconds away from Rocket Lee. Rocket Lee at the moment there has very much ruined my prediction there. So once again, Rocket Lee is just for showing that this commentator knows absolutely no bit about this. Here comes Sick as Muck into the hairpin as well to cover up the hairpin. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but for some reason I've picked up a bit of a sore throat, which I'm absolutely livid by. Well, actually I'm not, because I wouldn't mind a couple of days off. Fair, nice sleeping in. But no, everyone in the office has now got a sore throat, so I think I've picked it up today as well. So absolutely horrific stuff indeed. To be honest, if I'm going to still eat, I don't mind. Having said that, I think that you all probably know that I was very ill over the Christmas period. I remember it quite vividly as well, because I spent like 20 quid on a bucket of food. Couldn't eat it. I think I had 2 or 3 pieces of chicken out of it, and then unfortunately, Sick as Muck, first position there on the second row of the grid there for Sick as Muck, and on the racing line as well. That is quite, remember, that is quite controversial if you watch the 19 Japanese Grand Prix. Rocket League 3.2 cents a second, but here comes Smithfield Mighty has displaced Rocket Lee in his 5th fastest. Sick as Muck there has very much thrown caution to the wind here, and Marsky going 11th fastest, I believe, there, and outside the top 10, Marsky is there, and just behind his teammate Donna the Dons there, which is Kaz, who has really found a new bit of momentum there. Across the line goes Joseph, and Joseph one more time run on the board then for the Red Bull, flicking it into turn 1 now then. So here we go then. Who is on the lap then? Duncan Dave is invalidated his tap. Is lap then. Here's Slayer going across the line. Slayer improves by 4 of a second, but it's not enough to improve his position. So he stays at 9th then, and on the 5th row of the grid, there's an Alpine in the background there, and that is Kiki starting their lap now. So here we go then. This is all or nothing now for the driver. Then second, but then crawls back to the pits. Kiki gets to one. Jay Higgs is off the circuit. Oh gosh, and Jay Higgs is off the circuit. And potentially the pole position could have been thrown away. Duncan Dave is out of qualifying in 8th position. Checker flag has fallen. Oh. My word, where's Marsky? Marsky's into the pit lane now, so I'm looking for a McLaren. Not looking for that McLaren, no. I think I'm looking for Brooksy. There is Brooksy going under the crossover now. So good stuff indeed. We've got a lot of cars there. Hopefully they get out of each other's way here. There's a Haas in the background as well. I think all these cars, though, have finished. So Joseph is also on the quick lap even, because he is not in improving. So we're going to stick with Brooks at the moment. Just under a 10 per second up in the first sector time. Second sector then, nope, it's still the first sector. This is a very long circuit, isn't it, in terms of time. We're just nudging on the 90-second mark now. Flicking past me now, then going up on the hill then. Over 180, 190 miles an hour as they come into 130. It's not a beast of a quarter anymore, is it? But my goodness me, it's still fantastic to watch that. Into the triangle chicane, which is not the triangle chicane, but I'm a driver, I'm a guy who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Out to the final turn then. Brooksy over the line then. Is this enough for pole? But it is pole position there for Brooksy. Fantastic stuff. But there's Kiki, and Kiki's on pole position by 0.2 of a second there. Magnificent stuff. Jay Hings has thrown pole position away potentially here. Moomin is not set a time so far. Moomin coming over the grid. Hatched as well. Where's Moomin? 14 fastest. Good stuff indeed. I'm looking for Vintage. There is Vintage. Half a second improvement. Could be top 10 here. It is 10th position for Vintage. And on row 5, but it is Kiki. Do you love me? He is on pole position then for the Japanese Grand Prix. I have forgotten to take my hoodie off, so I'm already a sweaty Betty. But what a start then for Kiki, and that is Kiki's 13th pole position of his career in Grand Prix racing. Fantastic stuff indeed there for Kiki. Lovely jubbly indeed then. And in terms of this season, that is Kiki's 8th pole position, which I think the record is 10 or 11. I keep forgetting, to be honest. I need to remember that. I'll write it down then. Right, let me take this jumper off because this is going to not go well at all then. Especially as I don't want to shower tonight. Oh, Brooks has got a 5-place grid penalty. Good gracious me. That is not good. What happened there with Brooksy? And that is not ideal at all. Brooksy got on pole position there. Kiki has gone quicker. And then Brooksy is now going to be 5 places down on the grid then, which is not ideal at all then, which means Kiki and Hings are on the front row. Brooksy is going to be on row 3 or 4. This is not ideal at all. Oh, right, and I wish I could shed some light on what happened there, but as obvious standard stuff, I do not know what's going on then. Oh, Percy there on it like a car bonnet. Brooksy, what's happened to Brooksy? 5-place grid penalty after the session. Oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Oh, sugar, I've got to do some advertisement a bit quick. BRB.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
I have no idea. That's very odd how Brooks has got a 5-place group penalty after the that. Then that is not good at all. As well, I've just seen a message from Mr. Paul Farthing saying about is he going to. I think he's just asking for stewards' opinions on something. So we'll take a look. We'll keep an eye on that and see what occurs. But let's go for the grid whilst there's a bit of a stewards' deliberation. Slayer, I can't wait to win today. Slayer currently in 91st position. I must say that good channel in is inner Kimi Raikkonen there. But of course, Kimi Raikkonen was 18th on the grid, wasn't he? One of the best Japanese Grand Prix you'll ever see. YouTube, isn't it? 2005 Japanese Grand Prix, fantastic. Great race indeed then. I do think it's Kimi Raikkonen. That was Kimi Raikkonen was at his absolute peak of his powers in the McLaren. I think he was a better driver of driving for the McLaren than when he won his World Championship in 2007. I think it was more McLaren promoting each other. The shenanigans going on with Spygate, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton and all that kind of stuff, which I must say was quite entertaining. especially back when I did have a clue what was going on, and also there was not really much social media around, so you kind of had to wait for Jim Rosenthal on the ITV coverage then. Right, I've got about 3 corners to sort this out. Pole position, number 13 of his career for Kiki, and alongside him is Jay Hingser. Jay Hingser just doesn't need to win against Day. He's got a 25-point advantage over Brooksy, a 29-point advantage over Kiki. However, he doesn't want to get, I still think it might become a little uncomfortable. Hard tyres, and only 3 drivers on the hard tyres in the whole grid. FIFA, BP, also on hard drive, winner for medium on softs. Sick as mud, great qualifying in third position. He's historic qualifying. Fourth position is Smithfield Mighty. Rocket League back on it there. Great stuff with Joseph in 6th position there, the former Grand Prix winner in this level. 7th position, Brooksy, a 5-place grid penalty there for Brooksy. Unbeknown what happened there. Duncan Day, the highest runner on the soft tyre. Slayer 9th, Vintage 10th, Donna the Dons, Kaz in 11th position, Marsky in 12th, and all Alfa Romeo, row 6th. Swanshanks 13th, moving 14th, Yamakovic in 15th position, and with his teammate FIFA in 16th, Stars and Scuba Shoe 17th and 18th, Serious Mushroom 19th, Woody on the back row of the grid after parking in a dangerous location. Lights are ready to go on then before we unleash the beasts of the Japanese Grand Prix. Here we go. 4, 5 lights are on then. There's a pause. And we are racing. Yes, we go. It's downhill into turn 1. Kiki has got away decently. Sickersmuck is trying to go on the outside of the championship leader, but it's in the moment status quo, but Sickersmuck is not wide. Rocket Lee is just having a look on the inside. There's a lot of dicing going on. Brooks is already up in his 6th position. Passive Joseph, but yellow flag at the back of the field then, as they're all kind of going into each other now. But looks at things, and it's a bit of a slug there. It's unfortunately at the back there. As slug? I don't know. Kiki leads. 2nd position is Jay Hings. 3rd is Sickersmuck then. Sickersmuck has got a tyre advantage at the moment, but he's not been able to make a dent into the top turn at the moment. Brooks is up 1 position after that very interesting 5-place grid penalty there. 6 positions at the moment. It's Winnie there. And I thought it's in the 7th. Yamakovic up 5 positions. What a lovely shot there for the hairpin. Oh, goodness me. But apart from top, there's a couple of... Oh, Styles has dropped down the order. Styles left the circuit in the Kobayashi hairpin. And we have got Serious Busham there dancing with Skippy Stew there. Goodness gracious me. But as I go to Spoon Corner, they all look fine and dandy. Look at this, the 2 McLarens there. What is Smithfield Mighty doing? Technically, Smithfield Mighty is in the championship battle. Is he going to let his teammate through here? Of course, they're both on the same tyres here, but Smithfield Mighty is also in the championship battle as well, so his Modius not waving his teammate through here. And why should he? It's exactly what I think anyway. Of course, because when 2 teammates are involved in the championship, then it's going to make it even more interesting than that. Of course, if Smithy was not in a mathematical chance for the championship, then I would say that it's probably good teamwork. Stars in the pits, and that's not a good start there for Stars as we now ride the slalom up the hill then. Kiki, 4:10 second in front of Hings, and only 1 DRS out around this circuit. Marsky's all the way down in 19th position then. It's lost 7th position there. Vincent has lost 8th position. Donovan, great qualifying, a shocking start to this Grand Prix. Everyone else is status quo, winning up 8th position there after parking illegally in the hairpin. Kobayashi hairpin there. He didn't even ask Kobayashi for oh, we've got yellow flags. One track to Dunlop off the circuit. Oh dear, and Duncan Davis lost out then, and now then here comes Moomin on the outside of Duncan Dave. Duncan Dave always having none of it there, running him out wide there, yellow flag still. I think Swanshake's just trying to get rid of the dust on his tyres there, so he can get a bit more grip as well. Into Spoon, accelerates away then, lap 2 of this Grand Prix out of 27. And look at this, it's Kiki, followed by Hings, followed by Sickersmuck then. The top 2 on the hard tyres and on the rest of the field are on the medium or the soft side, all the way down to FIFA Beefy. Gosh, oh my word. Alright then, there's now into the triangle chicane, and Kiki leads the way then, less than 10th a second. He's already in DRS range, is Jay Hings, and the DRS will now be available on this lap then. So the next lap then, going down into turn 1, this is where it's going to get really funky. Sickersmuck there, 10th of a second away there from the car in front there. Yamakovic is going to be a major factor in this race. He's on the soft tyres and absolutely flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. Up into 8th position now. now. Yamakovic is great stuff. The lovely shot for the nose cone here over the Red Bull. Look at the two cars in front there, Brooksy and Smithy, 5th and 6th position, both challengers in the championship there. And it's not after you sire at all at the moment, isn't there? I have made a very bad mistake like I did on Sunday. I have not got a drink of squash, which is not very good. Look at that then, that's the unique feature of this circuit is, of course, it's the only figure event circuit on the Formula 1 calendar. As Six Months, then followed by Rocket League, followed by Smithy and Brooksy then, as the top two are now almost out of that DRS detection zone. You have to be within 1 second of the car in front to get the DRS set. Very much like a push to pass anyone who's been watching a bit of IndyCar over the past couple of weeks or so. With no F1 on, the boys are going to go. I must have quite like it, to be fair. I'm really getting into it, but I have no idea what's going on half the time. So a bit like Formula 1. Once again, Jay Hings all over the gearbox of Kiki. At this stage, then, I would say that pressure very much on Kiki rather than Jay Hings. Jay Hings has got a 29-point advantage over himself and Kiki. He's got a 25-point advantage over himself and Brooksy, which at the moment, in turn, then, he does not need to outscore the drivers. And it's all the pressure is on Brooksy and Kiki at the moment. Look at how bumpy that straight is. There's Kiki, Jay Hings having a sniff, but nothing more into turn one there. Turn one is very difficult to overtake on, isn't it? Because it's more of an entry point into turn two. On board is Smithy now in the McLaren Mercedes has become the incredible an incredible part of the circuit, but if you haven't got the car set up right, then it's a nightmare. And now is, look at this, then is Brooksy is all over the gearbox with his teammates, but you cannot overtake on the first sector unless there's a major tyre advantage or disadvantage. Otherwise, it's after you, sire. Rocket League then currently is doing a good job in 4th position there. Rocket League has said, I think Rocket League, remember this, I keep forgetting about this, but this is Rocket League's first full season in bronze racing, and he's done an absolutely superlative job. Joseph's had an issue. Yamakovic is through up into 7th position now, and the soft shot Aston Martin flying through the field like a hot nut through butter. Both Aston Martins are looking pretty sublime at the moment, aren't they? And look at this, and Brooksy once again pushing on there. But at the moment, no, Brooksy, I think, should be not too dissatisfied. He got a very unfair penalty in qualifying, didn't he, unfortunately? As just going through the 130R as well. I'm very quiet then, according to Mr. Alex, and I think it's because of all me, yeah, it's because I got my decibels up ridiculously high, and there we go, let's try that. Right, going across the line, what's happening here? We got some McLaren all over the gearbox, and that's Duncan Dave off the circuit and into the triangle chicane. Not quite. Where's Duncan David? Serious Mushrooms got past Winnie. Duncan Davis into the pit lane, and that's a horror show for the Red Bull team. And it looks like, is it DRS? This is stuck there. Oh dear, that's not ideal at all. It comes into the pits now. Back at the front of the field. 0.3 of a second currently separates the two championship protagonists here. Sigismund is now starting to drop out of that DRS detection zone. They are out of the DRS detection zone now. There they are. Now that's going to be alarm bells now for Brooksy. Remember what we said though. Brooksy's had a 5-place grid penalty in qualifying, which wasn't his fault. We do not know what happened there, as we heard his race engineer Percy say that, remember Percy won on Sunday, that Percy said that and then, of course, a 5-place grid penalty after crossing the line. Brooksy's through. Brooksy's passed and now up into 5th position. Smith Almighty down to 6th, and now walking. Here comes and oh what? Oh no! A great start from Yamakovic has been undone. And oh dear, same for me also. Now it's just when you're on board because of the engine noises. Damn the engine noises then. Who says bring back V10s then? Goodness gracious me. We thought these engines were too quiet. Maybe they were actually too loud then. Oh my word then. But I still say bring back V10s there, but that's because I'm an oldie. What? Oh, look at this. There's a Rocket League then on the outside here. Oh gosh. Wow. Yes, he's done it. He's up into 3rd position now. And, oh, I've stubbed my toe. Into the pits comes Winnie after 5 laps and in the Williams car. His teammate, Jay Hings, wants to get on with this race now because Jay Hings is quicker than Kiki at this moment in time. We've got a bit of a bottle, a bit of a queue starting to form behind Sigismund with Rocket League's pass now. So let's see what Rocket League can do. What has Rocket League got in the tank now? Has it got some some rocket fuel then for the Ferrari driver. And whoa, is Sick as Mutt there doing the Lando Norris impression there, and that might hurt him there. Brooksy's a go for, look, not quite, but Smithy Almighty there is certainly wants to stick his nose in there. Oh gosh, be careful though, team from the Woking. You do not want to trip over each other, do you? Of course, they've been absolute incredible teammates, haven't they, this season? We thought that the team from Silver, in terms of the Haas and Nigel and Farf, was had a very good start to the season. They have dropped off as of late then. But look, oh, Higgs is without DRS is on the outside. Has he done it? Yes! He has, I apologise, that was rubbish camera work. And now Kiki has dropped into second position. I'm wondering, though, if that's a bit of gamesmanship. We've seen the gamesmanship already throughout this course of the season with the DRS. But Kiki, though, has now lost out and gone into the 130R. Here comes Kiki, but he's not going to get through this time. However, we got both McLarens, we've got a Haas, and we've got a Ferrari, and Sickest Muck is through Bagger into third position, and Smithy Almighty is past Brooksy as well. Yamakovic is past Cirrus Mushroom up into 11th position here. And Joseph, after making a mistake earlier on in this race, is back into 7th position now. 20 laps to go here. And feel for me, folks, because I have not got my bowl of squash next to me, which is shameful behaviour indeed. But that's because I was eating my Easter egg then, which basically means that I should have thought about my actions first. But there we go then. And unfortunately, also, if I look down as well, I do think that I might have to lay off the chocolate now. But luckily, Easter's only once a year. So that's my excuse anyway. So what about the rest of you, right? Brooksy now in 6th position at the moment. But look at this. So it's 2.2 seconds now, the gap. There's the front two. Then it is this fabulous 5 here. Sick as Mug, Rocket League, Smithy Almighty, Brooksy, and Joseph is back in the action as well. Back on board with Brooksy. He is second in the World Championship. Brooksy has said so. It is pressure cooker now, and he's alongside. Yes, he's alongside his teammate here, going into the 130R. Superlative stuff there from Brooksy. Smithy Almighty, I think that kind of knew what was coming there. And it brought Joseph on the inside there. And I don't think, I certainly didn't see that coming. I wonder if Smithy Almighty did, but that certainly may have woke up the McLaren driver. Wow, coming across the line once again then. Status quo then is Kiki as a 10 for a second back, so he hasn't been able to re-overtake and take the lead for Jay Hings then. So what is the strategy going to be like that here in Japan then? At the moment it's all looking clean and crisp, but we did have a safety car on Sunday. We only had a VSC last night, didn't we? Very good driving indeed then, where Delando won his 3rd Japanese Grand Prix. I think that's the most time anyone's won it, a single circuit in ALR then. I think Troy has won twice around here, and I'm sure German has won twice around here as well. But Delando is now a free top winner around here. Good stuff indeed. Under the crossover, and I'm loving this battle. This is great stuff, but I don't think Brooks is going to be a big fan of this because of course. He wants to be with the top 2, doesn't he? Brooksy does not, as much as he's enjoying this. Brooksy's here for the championship, isn't he, this season? Him, Jay Hings, and Kiki have been no, the Rockets wide. No, Sick as Muck's wide, and the Haas driver has lost out to Rocket League. But here he comes then, and Sick as Muck there is a very slippery devil. He's back through, back into 3rd position, and into the 130R once again. Rocket League, what is Rocket League going to do? Is he going to have a send it on the inside to the Tiger chicane? Not quite. But DRS will now be available. You have to keep it clean and precise here. And as Sick as Muck, I thought it was coming in the pits. And no, not quite yet. Then lap 9 of this Grand Prix. And look at this. And we've got 4 cars all over the show. Kiki's going for the lead there, but not quite. And now Rocket League is back on the 3rd position. But Sick as Muck's going to lose 4th position. There he has, because Brooks is out in the 4th. Brooksy is starting to come through this field. And it's now in 4th position now is Brooksy. And next target is Rocket League. If he can get past Rocket League, break the DRS. Easier said than done now. Then he might be able to hunt down the top 2 nosy. Millions will drop off now over the next lap or so. Oh, so is it time then for pit stops? Maybe someone missed a trick here. Do you think that someone should have come in the last lap potentially? I'm impressed about what the soft tyres have got. They're very good stuff indeed from Yamakovic. Dollar to Dons, aka Kaz, and Marsky there as well. Albeit Kaz is not in my good books at the moment because I thought he had an underscore between of and but he hasn't. So that means I've got to edit the old spreadsheet. Slayer has dropped down 2 positions there, moving through. Yamakovic is having a look. We're on board with Yamakovic out as going into Spoon. Not quite though. Of course, we had a horrific accident there between Dan Murphy and Nigel several seasons ago, didn't we? Just before Spoon, actually, didn't we? As I think wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately. I can't remember. Someone spun off. Oh, and moving off the circuit. Goodness gracious me, I think the movement was looking down at their steering wheel and potentially changing some settings there, but that could have been nasty indeed then. Yamakovic, so anything doing just yet as Kiki has taken the lead in the Japanese Grand Prix. Smith watches past second smoke as well, and we got Brooksy now in front of the Crocodile here in front of the queue. Oh, but he's gone wide then. Rocket Lee having a sniff up the inside there, the top 2 in front. Now has Brooksy got the pace then to now get after the top 2. Of course, he just heard though that Nosey said that the medium tires are going to start to pull off. Remember, Nosey finished 6th in this Grand Prix, and Scooby Stew, goodness gracious me, Scooby Stew well off the circuit there. Goodness me, just visited the paddles there on the outside with Scooby Stew into a very decent 14th position there. Both Mercedes are looking strong at the moment there. As and Yamakovic is off the circle again. And oh dear, and I think that this might be time for the soft tires to come in then. And do you think though that Yamakovic and Donald Tomarsky, I reckon they're medium tires. Oh, contact there, and Slayer then I think must have gone in a bit deep there. Now here comes the mushroom on the outside as well. FIFA Beefy up into 9th position. He's on the hard tire, but Slayer's haven't done it. Oh, he's off the circuit. He is back up now. Good gracious me, gentlemen. Wow, and Slayer, I think the Slayer did a very good job actually, because when we caught him at the hairpin, I thought that Slayer was going to lose another 2 months position there, but Slayer has somehow stayed in 9th position there. Unfortunately, he has lost a second and a bit. Here's FIFA Beefy into the 130R. Wow, Slayer's off the circuit. Oh my goodness me, Mushroom on full. What did have a go there? Remember, Mushroom, a bit of an expert here. He won the Grand Prix here, and he is the reason that Haas have not, basically the reason that the Haas team did not go 8 wins in a row in Silver Season 2. Slayer then going on the inside into FIFA Beefy into turn 1. There he goes. And what a race so far. Incredible stuff indeed there. So those soft tires are cooked, says Knowles then. I think they are, but somehow Yamakovic is staying out there. Into the pits comes Marsky, so the first of the runners to come into the pits on a scheduled stop there. So we're what tires? Hard tires there for Marsky, and oh gosh, I've got some sweating. Joseph now in 6th position. So talking of cooked, I think the Sick as Mugs tires are also kind of on the boiling point there, aren't they? It's a very hot day out here, isn't it? Very similar to Sunday's Grand Prix as well, isn't it? Of course, where some drivers tried to go for that one stop after that red flag, and it didn't do too well at all, did it? Especially for the Mercedes team. And I'm wondering if you're going to see something similar here tonight as well. Of course, I don't think it's going to be a multiple stop here. It has to be one stop, I think. There is no way, I don't think you're going to be able to do 2 stops and gain up the time that you need. Even though it is a short pit here. J-Things there, really revving that car then. Now Brooks, he's broken the DRS train now, DRS detection train from Rocket Lee. And now then, let's see what he can do there. But can Smithy Almighty get past the Ferrari? He hasn't at the moment. But I think that, but you see Rocket Lee is now starting to harvest. Into the pits comes Mushroom after 10 laps on the medium tyres, and I wonder if Mushroom is now going to go to the hard compound tyre here. Camera racer Brooksy is fast. Brooksy's and you can see Brooksy has really underlined Camera's point there with an incredible way of breaking that DRS there. Rocket Lee doing a bit of harvest at the moment, and Joseph is now starting to put the pressure on Smithy Almighty. I'm going to go back to that bus in a minute, because this battle between Slayer, FIFA Beefy and Yamakovic, somehow on the soft tyres there. He's had 2 adventures out there, Yamakovic, but still keeping those soft tyres there in the window, which is really good stuff indeed there from Yamakovic. Absolutely sublime stuff indeed there. Into the second deck, there's then both Aston Martins there, who, of course, normally it is Dynamo Dan and FIFA Beefy, but tonight Dynamo Dan not available, so it is Yamakovic and super subbing in 11th position there. Yamakovic will be going to medium medium tyres. I hazard a guess then. I'm probably gonna be slaughtered on my hill though, because if he goes a different way there, which is nothing unusual, is it? But I would say that that's probably the best way to go, isn't it, on the medium tyres here? Chicane once again accelerating away. Hings had a much better lap here. That's a stonker of a lap there from Jay Hings there, and he's going to be all over the gearbox now of the Alpine. Into the pits comes Brooks, and look at him set it down. Hings takes the lead, passes Kiki, and back into the oh my word there. We had oh my goodness, and you're out of the race. That's Jay Hings is out of the Japanese Grand Prix. My goodness me. I'm wondering if he got distracted by Kiki, but good gracious me, the championship leader out of the Japanese Grand Prix, and that is not in the script. He is going to be furious with himself out of the Grand Prix, and that is not ideal at all for the championship leader. 25 points separates himself and Brooksy, 29 between himself and Kiki, and that has blown the race, blown the championship potentially wide open. Brooksy's coming to the pits now. Safety car is out here. Bernd Molander is parked at the exit of turn 2. Runners of the medium to the hard runners have come into the pits now, half distance in this Grand Prix. And I'm wondering if this is the perfect opportunity for Kiki to come to the pits as well on the medium compound tyres then. But I think that the story of this at the moment there is out of the race is Jay Hings there. And my goodness gracious me. Oh, I've hurt my throat. And that is the first DNF of the season. Remember that Jay Hings had a horror show in the Belgian Grand Prix, but still picked up 2 points. That's the first time this season that Jay Hings is not going to be scoring points then. And this is a crucial part of the championship. Round 12 out of 17 in this championship there. And that this could be a major turning point now. Jay Hings who just lost the, was fighting with Kiki. And unfortunately for Jay Hings is out of the race less than a lap later. Now there's Kiki into the pits now on the medium compound tyres there. Serious Mushroom, just my luck then. Into the pits comes Smithy Almighty then. Now as we've got a lot of pit stop activity then. Where is Brooksy? Brooksy, I think, is he going to be able to really... I think that the safety car may have hampered rather than helped Brooksy. Let's find out. They're all coming out of the pits now, actually. Where's Brooksy going to come out? Yes, he should be out in the third position. He has technically lost a position, though, Brooksy has. With Rocket Lee now in second position. Third position, Brooksy with Smithy in fourth with fifth is Joseph, sixth, sick as muck then. Moving on soft tyres. Yamakovic is going to be very happy with, along with Kiki on the medium tyres there. And vintage in 10th position, FIFA 11 for Scooby Shoo. Donna the Don's coming into the pits now, so safety car is out. If you just joined us then, Jay Hings, the first retirement of the season for the championship leader, and this could be a horror show. If Kiki finishes where he's at the moment, the gap will be down to 4 points then. Brooksy will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship as it stands then. Goodness gracious me, the Japanese Grand Prix has gone mega here tonight. Oh, good gracious me. The game has gone and done to me again. Changed the hard tyres. What a joke. I'm not going to do that on softs. Not a chance. Laugh out loud for Moomin. So unfortunately, Moomin has had issues there with the tyre selection again from the AlphaTauri team. And Moomin was in a very competitive 7th position, but tyre blunders again there for the AlphaTauri has meant that Moomin has now going to Moomin. But having said that, Yamakovic did a very good job on the 12 lap old soft tyres, and it's doable, but I think Moomin's going to have to really look after the tyres there. But that is a major blow indeed then. Could pit again to mediums then, or hope for a safety car. Slayer is saying Slayer on the hard tyre at the moment there. So we got the, so we're going to take stock now. The safety car is going to be out for at least one more lap then, whilst the field catches up behind Bernd Molander. Kiki leads the Grand Prix. Now then, Kiki leads the Grand Prix. Second position is Rocket Lee, and Rocket Lee really got jumped in front of Brooksy. Brooksy came in the pits just before that safety car and lost the position there. Brooksy, what's Brooksy doing now is I feel issues there for the McLaren. I'm wondering if he was thinking about coming back in the pits maybe. Smith Almighty in 4th, Joseph 5th. 6th position is Sigurd Mutt then. Those 2nd to 6th all on the medium compound tyres there. 7th position is Moomin. 8th position is Yamakovic. 9th is Slayer. 10th is Vintage there. FIFA Beefy in 11th and Scooby Stew. Great driving 12th at the moment for Scooby Stew. Great stuff indeed. There's a lot of stopping and starting. 13th is Winnie. Mushroom in 14th. Not happy with the safety car. 15th is Swan Shanks. Styles in 16th. Duncan Dave 17th. Donna the Dons in 18th. And the second Alfa Romeo down in 19th position there. Marsky has gone for a change of tyres here. So I think I'm wondering then if Brooks did come to pits, I don't think that would have been a good idea because it would have lost an abundance amount of track position there, which is not ideal at all. Yeah, they are soft tyres moving and saying no. Good luck, Vintage there, as Vintage going into a superb 10th position there. Sox can get to the end, no problem. They'll just feel like absolute boulder dash after in the last couple of laps. I literally stopped to keep the gap. To be fair, then as we've also got to camera out and in the comments as well. Very good stuff indeed. Wow, well, what a Japanese Grand Prix this has been then so far. Safety cars at the moment, safety car being in just a jiffy. And so if you just joined us, Jay Hings out of the Grand Prix, his first DNF of the season. The gap in the championship, 25 points to Brooksy, 29 points to Kiki. Jay Hings out of the race now. Cat and Kiki and Brooksy needs to capitalise here. And Smithy Almighty does as well. Smithy Almighty also in the championship hunt as well, remember, and safety cars in the end is up there. What can Smithy do then? Because Smithy is not out of this one even. Very much going to be down to the wire because all 3 championships have been very hotly contested, haven't they, this season? There, Kiki now tries to try to war with the medium tyres. He would have instant grip, instant purchase. Kiki does. He just needs to get it to the end then. But and of course I love that shot, by the way. It's absolutely picturesque, isn't it? But I think it's going to be anything but picturesque in the cars. And also as Brooksy, and of course not overtaken until the start-finish line now. But Brooksy now has left it until after the finish line. Great awareness there from Brooksy on the outside. Rocket Lee has dropped out from this time, but I think that Rocket Lee knows that his race is for the final podium spot there. But Brooksy, what has he got then? Can he catch and pass Kiki? He's on the step harder tire, which means he's going to be on a slower compound tire. As moving on the outside, lovely shot for the nose cone here of the AlphaTauri, who is the highest AlphaTauri in this race mode. Serious Russian down in 13th position on the medium tires there, but let's see where Mushroom can go from here on in then, because he's the highest runner on the medium tire, or the 3rd highest runner on the medium tire. Thank you very much. They'll see 5 pounds into the piggy bank as well. Yellow flag there as something's gone really wrong then in the back of the field. Marsky's up into 15th, but Duncan Dave is down into 16th, but Duncan Dave has the inside into the Kobayashi hairpin. But Marsky has the purchase, has the traction, has the momentum, has the position. Up into 15th goes Marsky. Lovely, jubbly indeed. That back in the front then is second already then. But we'll see if the tyres and see if the tyre advantage swaps around later on. Joseph into a very fine 5th position there because last time Joseph raced in bronze then. It's not bronze, I think it's silver actually. Was it gold then? Had a bit of a nightmare race there for Joseph, but much more clean as a whistle here tonight. All over the back of Smithy, and Smithy would not be happy about this at all there, because Smithy would probably be trying to gain as many points as possible out of this race there. Down into 5th position goes Smithy, up into 4th goes Joseph, on to 4th position. Their next target is Rocket Lee, and the battle for the podium will start to commence now. And sick as muck there, struggling on those hard tyres, has not fired them up at all. Movement on the soft tyres. The only driver on the soft tyres that we've heard from Mr. K, Mr. Nosey, that the Movement can get to the end on those tyres, but they will feel like a bit like bubble gum, I think, at the end of this one. first segment there for Moomin there, because Moomin there is looking very, actually, look at that though. So all of a sudden they really bunched up behind Smithy Almighty and Joseph as well. So Rocket League has got a second and a quarter advantage over Joseph in full position. That is ideal. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap then, which is really going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it? It's going to get very interesting indeed. There were just 10 laps to go to Japanese Grand Prix, which has been a pretty phenomenal one indeed so far. Look at the program there. You can see right to the podium here from Yamakovic's eye line. However, Yamakovic does have potentially the fair tire at this moment, but does not use it to the full potential there at the moment there for Yamakovic. Maybe he just paced himself before it gets really interesting later on. Then DRS now been enabled this time. Next up, and the rear wing, the drag reduction will now open, and it's like a little letterbox on the rear wing. And FIFA Beefy is also looking very interested in battle for 10th finish there. And is FIFA gonna go for it? He's going for it, but Vintage is having none of that at all. Slams the door shut on FIFA Beefy, and still in 10th position. Well done to Vintage. Well, of course, we're not playing favorites here. But of course, Vintage does, of course, pay for my Easter eggs, doesn't he? That's good stuff indeed. But of course, we do not play favorites in ALR. Oh gosh, but moving and giving Sigur's Muck a bit of a giving Sigur's. Oh goodness me! And moving off the circuit almost there, and somehow slowed that car down. But I think that was very, very sketchy indeed. Vintage and FIFA also battling away. Vintage is having none of this there, but FIFA on the outside there. He's got to be on the outside. Then going into Spoon. Yes, he's done it. He's through up into 10th position. Passes Vintage. Vintage on the harder tire, unfortunately, but did a great job. Vintage did battling as hard as he can. Vintage currently there. Movement with a bit of a dirty eyebrow there on the was on board the AlphaTauri, as it's looking very adventurous down in the Kobayashi hairpin. Luckily, no damage for all three cars. So as you were then. Kiki's got the advantage now of about as Joseph retakes 4th position there. There was contact, wasn't there, between Smithy and Joseph. A bit of a nudge there. They're now homing up to the back of Rocket League. Has Rocket League got any more pace? This will be Rocket League's first podium of his career, but he has another 8 laps in. And a lot of pressure there from a former Grand Prix winner in the form of Joseph, from Smithy Almighty, 4th in the championship, a Grand Prix winner this season, a 2-time Grand Prix winner this season there for Smithy. So there is a lot of big names behind Rocket League, but Rocket League has certainly been like a duck to water in this championship this season. His qualifying performance has been superb. Race trim has sometimes been a bit, well, it's been there, as I think it's the strategy calls that unfortunately cost Rocket League every now and again, but now into 3rd position. And I think that actually Smithy Almighty might be a bit more concerned about Sigur's Muck, who might be more interested in that 5th position than Smithy Almighty is to 4th at the moment. Only one retirement so far, and it's a big name in bronze. It is Jay Hings out of the race, the first retirement of the season then for Jay Hings. Absolute horror show for the championship leader here. Kiki leads by a 2.5 seconds, where Brooksy's recovered nicely after a very suspect 5-place grid penalty, where Brooksy's got a 5-place grid penalty after the qualifying session, but has still made its way back up into 7th position there. And we got Vintage and Mushroom there dicing with each other in the triangle chicane, and Serious Mushroom 2-11 position now, and it's Serious Mushroom there having a bit just swirling over the road there, so I'm not sure if Serious Mushroom was too fond about Vintage's defence there, but we only caught the end of that. Moving at the moment there on the soft tyres. There he is. Yamakovic has now started to put the pressure on, started to put the squeeze now on these drivers, on the soft shod AlphaTauri and the hard shod of Sigur's Muck, the Sigur's Muck, the McLaren, the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Oh my word, then look at this. I must say it's anyone's ball game from 3rd all the way down to 8th position for this final podium spot. This is going to be an almighty battle, and it is going to be who has got the pace in the final stage of this Grand Prix. Duncan Dave on the full team. getting past Winnie down into 50, but Yamakovic all over the gearbox of Moomin. Moomin there. Oh, that car is starting to look a bit suspect on the old rear, but Moomin still going forward. Still got forward motion, which is all you need in these in these races, isn't it? Oh my word! There's Rocket League. The gap is now under a second. And Rocket League. Now this is where it's going to get very, very. Now it's going to get very very much a pressure time now for Rocket League. Joseph, of course, I think making his 20th start tonight in bronze. Of course, Joseph, a keen peddler back in the day. And look at his free abreast into the first corner. Yamakovic is through. Sigismund has dropped down the order. Winnie's got a 3-second penalty. And I think that's only the second driver to get a penalty in this race. Great stuff indeed there for lack of penalties. Unfortunately, though, for FIFA, Beefy and Winnie, they are the two drivers that got penalties. But Yamakovic now up in new 6th position. And what is his next target? It is Smithy. Then it's Joseph. Then it's Rocket League then. And the gap at the front is very much stabilised. Other than Brooksy then in 2nd position. And Kiki currently leading the race on the medium tyres. And 21 out of 27. As the medium tyre is going to start to fall away, it's then the hard tyres going to be the tyre to be on there. Oh, my word. See, I'm very much it's a bit of a workout tonight, isn't it? Oh my word, very good driving indeed then, and I must say it's been as clean as a whistle as well. Brilliant driving up and down the field so far, absolutely great stuff indeed. Sick as muck though, I think that we've got Moomin has lost 4 seconds somewhere. There's something gone wrong here, and look at how much the gap has completely grown then whilst I've been waffling away, and now I think the Moomin's tyres are starting to fall away then with just lap 21 out of 27, and Moomin's tyres are in major peril now. AlphaTauri put him on the soft tyre when Moomin didn't want the soft tyres. I think the Moomin wanted the hard compound tyres. And unfortunately now this is where it's going to get very difficult indeed. That now Smithfield Mice dropping down to 6 here. As Joseph is through as well. Joseph passes Rocket League and up into 3rd position now. And Rocket League is, I think and Sickers back off the circuit because moving back through and up into 7th position there. Who says you can't overtake here in Suzuka? Incredible stuff indeed. Brooksy will be in a good spot towards the end compared to Kiki's medium is Knowles' forecast in this one. Oh my word! And so it's going to be advantage Brooksy, advantage Joseph, Rocket League, and Yamakovic, and potentially may have left it a bit late here. But having said that, they're looking very fruitful at the moment for the Aston Martin driver. Joseph is almost into the back of Rocket League. Goodness gracious me! Yellow flag, and oh no, it's Winnie off the circuit. That looks like wing damage there. The left end plate of the Williams is gone, but it looks a horror show for the Williams team in the Constructors' Championship as well as the Drivers' Championship. There is Winnie. Yep, he's lacking an end plate there. Unfortunately for Winnie, back in the front. Gap is now 2 seconds. Kiki has all of a sudden started to sprint away. I say sprint away, but he's found 4/10 of a second since we last checked in with the 2 leaders. Of course, if you, look at this four here. Goodness me, look at this quad here. These, the fantastic four. And I was trying to figure something out, but I couldn't. Yes, Kiki's medians will go down, says Camaro. Here comes Yamakovic through. He goes and passes the Ferrari up into 4th position now then. And Yamakovic's tyres may be in the same situation as Kiki's as they're on exactly the same simulation. Sickesmuck has passed movement, but they have lost 6 seconds in the last couple of laps battling away, and that has almost ruined Sickesmuck's race here, unfortunately, and unfortunately battling away. But of course, to be honest, well, it's racing though, isn't it? You ain't going to let your competitors go through, are you? Because every position counts for a point then, and of course, points means prizes here. But Moomin not having any of it, and Moomin getting very look at but I think Sickesmuck there, his tyres I think fell away in the first stint, and I'm wondering if that's issued again for Sickesmuck. There's something very quick in qualifying. Do you reckon Sickesmuck has been set up for qualifying rather than race trim around here? Because really struggling is Sickesmuck tonight. Then is the first on the first stint, on the opening couple of laps on the stint, they're doing all right, but then it just drops away. Just 23 out 27. Driver of the day vote is also out as well. It is Brooksy, Moomin, FIFA, and Kiki. But I must say then, I think that you probably have to wait a couple of laps because you have no idea who's going to be heroes, who's going to be zeros by the end of this race then. And I think that as Smithy Almighty is now, I think Smithy Almighty's been very shrewd here on the outside then. Of course, there's the Ferrari, and looking at the Aston Martin through as well. Yamakovic is through, passes the Aston Martin. Smithy also should have passed the Ferrari, but on the inside goes Rocket Lee. But Rocket Lee, I think, half spun there. Luckily to keep it on the circuit, and lost a lot of momentum there. Rocket Lee out of DRS detection zone, unfortunately. Wow, incredible racing, incredible driving up and down the field though tonight. Then I think lack of insight has been very impressive. The driver of the day votes, of course, and I will keep an eye to see what occurs. Oh, I've sworn my tongue. What occurs in the next couple of laps or so? Gosh. This has been a hard race to commentate on. It's been absolutely incredible, hasn't it? Fantastic. Oof, and I'm out of breath. Incredible stuff indeed. I think the Moomin and look, Seeker's Mutt, they're still struggling. It's impressive how well Moomin's doing on the soft tyres here. I thought that Seeker's Mutt was going to run and hide, but no, Moomin is very much still on the case of Seeker's Mutt, and this is going to be a very much a battle to the end of the Japanese Grand Prix. And this is 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. You just see the flash of the Ferrari there, and FIFA in the Aston Martin. Sirius Mercer is also keeping a watch and brief in the 11th position there. 2 seconds adrift at the moment. Their movement is going to stay back for the minute because, of course, there he will have DRS then swooping into turn 1 there. He did not get movement, did not get past last time around. Sigismund there defending quite nicely, but now look at this, Sigismund then very much going to the pit wall there as he's trying to defend there, but movement on the outside, past the movement goes up into 7th once again then. Oh, great stuff indeed there. The Aston Martin FIFA I thought was going very much to Tokyo. I thought he went too far into turn 1. Cameron knows his Formula 1 knows his thing. He certainly does it. Yes, only in theory, Cameron is saying that. Well, that's much more to me, Cameron. So good stuff indeed. That Smithy now also all over the back of Joseph. Skipper Stu getting a penalty. Skipper Stu is only the third driver to get penalties on him. Really good stuff indeed. FIFA's got a penalty. That's going to cost him, I think, points. FIFA beef may drop him down to 11th position there. As out of the hairpin we go then. Kiki still leads by 2.25 seconds there from Brooksy. Yamakovic in third position there. Joseph in 4th and Smithy in 5th position. Trying to get back up to 4th now. Smithy is here. Of course, this is a points that he's going to take out of the lead of Jay Hings, but of course I think that Smithy would like to have been on the podium at the very least just to keep up with the top 3 in the championship here. But at the moment they're just struggling to get past Joseph, but he can wait until the DRS detection zone, which is coming up at this point of the circuit here. Now then, the drag reduction zone is very much in play. It's not in play for the top 3, but then fourth below, it's anyone's ball game. And I think that Smith and White needs to get past Joseph quickly here. It's very much this pace of this race is yo-yoed around. Then now Smithy Almighty has the pace there. Joseph had the pace earlier on. Then all of a sudden it's dropped off with Yamakovic as well up the road. He's gone. And my goodness me. And Sigismund still in 8th position there. He's got one more lap to get past Moomin. Moomin was feeling very despondent when the safety car came in, but much better for Moomin at the moment. On a 12-lap on soft tyres, doing a great job then, similar to what Yamakovic did on the opening stint here. Soft tyres for Winnie, Styles and Swanshanks, and they're going for fast lap point, which of course you get fast lap point wherever you finish, as long as you finish the Grand Prix. Which is very similar to what Formula E did a couple of years ago. However, unlike Formula E, we would not have a fiasco where the 2 championship drivers take each other out and then basically battle for the fast lap at the end there. Which, if anyone remembers that race, was quite interesting, wasn't it? Indeed, then. Yamakovic's got a 3-second penalty. That shouldn't, but that ain't going to make too much difference because we've got the intervals on the left-hand side of the screen, and Smithy Almighty, unless those tyres fall off a cliff here, Smithy Almighty, I think, is going to finish 4th here in this race, which is I think Smithy Almighty will be happy with that then, but I think I'll be disappointed at the podium. could have been on the offer then. Brooksy, 60% of the vote, 20% for Moomin, 20% for Kiki. That is the penalty. That is the penalty. That is the driver of the day situation. I think Brooksy, I think, deserves it after that really odd 5 place grip pounds. Very weird indeed that was. And as now as Slayer passes FIFA for a 10-second penalty for winning, FIFA BP is going to be out of the top 10 because Mushroom is now less than 2 seconds back. Then Seeker's Monk has not got past that. Lumen's driven a superlative race on the soft tyres here after a blunder from Alpha Tire, but Moomin has made this work to perfection and potentially is going to get 6 points into Moomin's account. And yellow flag, what's happened there? And it's one of the Haas cars, I think there is. Now it's Styles and he's had issues at the 130R. I think it was before the 130R, wasn't it there? Oh goodness gracious me. And here comes Kiki, now going for his 5th Grand Prix win of the season, his 6th podium of the season as well. And of course, now that's actually that is actually 3 more wins than anyone else in this championship. But Kiki has driven a superb race, but it is Jay Hings then who cracked under pressure. Potentially will fight unless there's a technical failure for the Williams car. But Kiki then out of the triangle chicane for the 27th and final time. Exits the corner and is going to win the Japanese Grand Prix and has now got the championship point down to 4 points. There, Brooksy takes the lead in the World Championship and Yamakovic gets 3rd position there as we got an almighty scrap here. And look at this, and it's I gotta say the drivers are fighting here, fighting in the weird and Ferrari's in the wall, and Ferrari's in the wall. Then there's Circus Mark just 88 hundredths of a second there in front of Moomin, who gets 8th position in the end there. What a great race there for Moomin. Brilliant stuff indeed. Oh my word. It's an incredible end to the race there. I think Duncan Day finished the race, didn't he? I'm not too sure, to be honest. But it's Kiki is our 5th Grand Prix winner of the season. They're 3 more than anyone else now. But I think this is moving there. I think loving that fight in the end there. Moving, great job on the soft tyre to get into 8th finish there. It looked all bleak, didn't it? But great drive from Moomin there. 14 laps on those soft tyres. Really good stuff indeed there. Kiki won the race then. Brilliant stuff indeed. But Brooks at the moment winning driver of the day. A superlative performance there from Brooksy after coming back after a very suspect 5-place grid penalty in qualifying there, which is very odd indeed. Wow, that was pretty incredible, wasn't it? Disheartened with that, yet again, a reserve comes in, takes points. That a podium was fine all day long then. So Rocket League absolutely devastated by that. Tried getting 7 of these guys. Managed came with dangerous. Couldn't even switch back as the cars are lagging. Oh dear, oh dear. But it was looking very feisty, wasn't it, in that triangle chicane? And I'm about to sneeze. No, I'm not. Oh yes I am, oh, excuse me. Right, so let's take a final look at the classification then from the Japanese Grand Prix. Kiki likes the flag then. We were pole position, fastest lap and the Grand Prix win. Wow, that's a job well done for Kiki. 5th Grand Prix win of the season. And really right back in the championship. Brooksy has taken the lead in the championship now. I think I'm not sure actually. I'll have to go and get the old calculator out. He hasn't. Jay Hings still leads the championship. Brooksy 2nd. Yamakovic in 3rd position. Great drive from Yamakovic. 4th is Smithy. 5th is Rocket Lee, and 6th is Joseph there. And you could say that 4th, 5th, and 6th actually finished when they started there. Seekers Monk started 3rd, down into 7th. Unfortunately, moving great drive in the final stint there to get 8th. Sarah 9th, and Sirius Merchant got the final point in 10th position as well. FIFA in 11th position. That 3-second penalty cost him. Marsky in 12th. Vintage 13th, Cars in 14th, Don the Dons, Scooby Shoo 15th, Swanshank 16th, Star 17th, winning 18th, Duncan Dave finished somewhere, but and then 20th position was Jay Hings, the only retirement in this Grand Prix. And Kiki, this is your 5th Grand Prix win of the season, and very much back in the championship hunt, 4 points away from Jay Hings now.
I needed that win. Like, I think I got the fastest lap as well. But yeah, I'm so glad Jay Hings crashed out. Like, it helped me and probably Brooksy a lot as well.
Like the Jay Hings lost it on his own there after you just overtook him then. And what did you see what happened to him?
Yeah, well, he overtook me going into the first corner, but he went a bit wide. And I think everyone knows once you go wide in one corner, the sequence for the next corner is you're just like a bit off. And then he lost it on the curb and smashed into the
And of
wall.
course, from then on, then was the race quite straightforward for you then? Albeit Brooksy flew back up to second there and was on a different, on a harder tire though. So, was you concerned about Brooksy towards the end of the race?
Yeah, of course I am. He's fast. Like on the safety car restart, I looked behind me and him and Rocket Lee or whatever he's called were side by side. I was like, oh no. So I just used all my ERS. Then I think he made a mistake going into the hairpin, so I calmed down a bit.
Where you lost the lead to Jay Hings there just before the 130R. I was I'm in an iron whether you let him by there just to get the DRS for the next part of the circuit there, or was that not your game today?
No, that wasn't my game to be honest. I seen him coming, and I thought no point going side by side with him. We're like about 1 or 2 seconds out in front, so I just like took off the accelerator, let him go past me, then just stayed behind him again.
Major turning point in the championship now. Jay Hings, first DNF of the season, first time he didn't score, and my goodness me, how do you think now that this is the momentum's now with you?
No, still open to me, Brooksy, or Jay Hings, even Smithy, if he obviously gets a couple of more podiums. Anything can happen, it's a game, isn't it? So, like, look what's happened to Brooksy today. He got 5 seconds for finishing the qualifying, and I was behind him. But obviously, I was finished as well, and that's why you give him a 5 second penalty.
Yeah,
or 5 grid penalty, whatever it is.
Believe it or not, Farf actually offered to restart the lobby. Very nice of Farf. I don't know what's wrong with Farf today. He's not usually that nice. But going forward, then this is we're now going into round 13 of the championship, and I think we're in Qatar next week potentially. These random calendars really throw me. Yeah, we're in Qatar next week. Then what? That's a tough old circuit. That is. Are you going to change your approach now because you're so close to the championship lead, or can you not change your approach? Is it still attack, attack, attack?
No point in changing it if it's working for me, is it? Like I've had five wins now. Obviously, I've had quite a lot of poles, but just not going to change it. I won it last season, but it's a different season. Anything can happen.
With this short season as well, then, do you think that the next couple of races coming up, how are you gonna feel about these next couple of races coming up? What is your concern? Is it just Jay Hings's pace going into Qatar, China, USA, Brazil, and Imola? What are you concerned by?
Both from Brooksy and Jay Hings. Obviously, they're obviously my two main rivals at the minute. So obviously, if they do bad, then I'm happy. But if I do bad, then obviously they're going to be happy, aren't they?
Brilliant race win as well. Your 5th Grand Prix win of the season. Fantastic. Brooksy, second today, but your job was made a lot harder for some unknown reason about the 5 place grid penalty in qualifying. I only noticed it when we finished qualifying, but your race engineer, Lucas Percy, said that it just came up at the end of qualifying. Is that right?
Yeah, I finished my qualifying lap, and then obviously the checkered flag come up, and then it just popped up on like the top of my screen saying 5 place grid penalty for illegal blocking, and I was like, God knows where this has come from because I'm not controlling the car anymore.
I must admit, if I was me, I'd be absolutely furious at that, and potentially that would have cost me a win today, and potentially cost you leading the championship.
Yeah, I was fuming. I was swearing and everything. But I messaged in the Discord for a restart, but I thought there's no point, so mess everyone around. In the end, it worked out. I got P2. Could have been a different story, but obviously Jack crashed out today, unfortunately, and obviously Kiki was quick today as well.
Brooksy?
Nah, I feel bad because I used to crash out quite a lot of times, and plus he's leading the championship now, so there's quite a bit of pressure on him. when he didn't when he hasn't scored points today. So
That's very generous
hopefully
of you.
bounces
I'll be
back next
hoping he would
race.
crash more, to be honest, if I was in your position. But I'm not a very nice guy. But today, then you seem to have an incredible battle though. In the second part of the race there, it was yourself, Rocket Lee. You had Joseph in there as well, and Smithy Almighty. How concerned was you about maybe losing your front wing in that battle?
It was close. I think I nearly hit Smithy a couple of times, going into the hairpin in the final couple of corners. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't battle too hard to let Jake and Kiki go, but they battled a bit too hard in the end. But it's a racing, isn't it? No one wants to lose a position,
Well, did you
but it
think
was good in
that
the end.
maybe Smith Almighty might have let you through potentially, knowing even though he is in the championship battle as well? But or was you not expecting the phone call to for him to let you through?
I wasn't at the start because you don't know what the pace is like, but I kind of crept on him a little bit during each lap, and then obviously it was kind enough to let me past on lap 7. So
And then
thank
when
you
that
to him,
safety
obviously.
car came out as well, you just came into the pits, so and that looked like it actually cost you P2 at the time because I think the Rocket League somehow got out in front of you. Do you think if you didn't have to pass Rocket League when this restart happened, do you think you would have been able to have been a bit closer to challenge Kiki?
I think if the safety car didn't come out, I think because the undercut's quite powerful around here, I think I would have maybe got into the lead or maybe like had Kiki going into turn 1. But obviously he was on the better tyres and obviously he would have passed me in the end because he was quite quick today. But yeah, Jake helped him out a little with the
Really
safety
good
car,
stuff
but
with
he
you. Then going
deserves
into
it. So
Qatar
fair
in a
play to him.
week's time, then it's a challenge, no track. Same question I just put to Kiki. How are you feeling about Qatar?
Well, when we done it last season, I won the sprint race, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I know obviously the game's a bit different now, but I'm just gonna race the way I raced today
Really good stuff. Why
and
not
just
today?
keep fighting, hopefully.
Brooksy and Kiki, goodness me, and Jay Hings is going to go down to the wire, isn't it? And of course, before you go, we got Yamakovic then with an incredible race right up into third position there. It was a tough race for yourself, my good sir, but you made those soft tires go an extra distance in the first stint. That was incredible.
But you made those soft tires go an extra distance in the first stint. That was incredible.
Yeah, hello to you, Ginger. It's nice to be here, and congratulations to Kiki and Brooksy. Brooksy did a phenomenal job because he had in the qualification, as you said, 5 grid penalty. For me, I tried to do as much damage as I could and pass as much drivers as I could. I succeeded, and as you said, the soft. I extend the softs a little bit more, and then the safety car came in right
Did.
moment for
And
me.
then I was surmising that you were just sitting back and kind of enjoying the action because you wasn't really pressuring any of the runners in front of you. It was on the hard tires. Was you just concerned about getting the mediums to the end of that point?
Was you just concerned about getting the mediums to the end of that?
No, I was trying to hold behind them and to see what will happen, and I saw that they drained their batteries, and I saw my opportunity on the every overtake I did on the DRS zone. So I took opportunity and get behind Brooksy, but 3-second penalty came 2 laps. Just before the end, and there is nothing much to do. I could do. Maybe if I had a little bit battery or ERS, I could fight Brooksy. But this is for me. It's great to be here and part of this league. And as always, I'm driving in the bronze. I enjoy, even if it is bronze. I'm enjoying. There is no much incident, no safety cars, one safety car tonight,
It
and
really is.
everything is
Unfortunately
great,
for me,
believe me.
though, more safety cars the merrier because I love a bit of drama. My final question is then, I would love to see you in a full-time seat, whether that's in bronze or silver.
Final question is then, I would love to see you in a full-time seat, whether that's
I
in bronze or silver.
I will.
Oh no, no,
Yeah,
no!
sorry,
I've been
sorry.
yapping too much.
Finish,
Carry on.
please finish. Sorry.
Oh no! I've been yapping too much. Carry on, my good sir.
Well, I am looking forward to have a full-time seat. As this maybe last 30 days I couldn't drive. Now I'm open and the market. So whenever the seat it's free, I will and I will see with the admins to jump in and to fulfill as a full-time driver. It will be my honor. Believe me, Ginger. This is one of the best league, and I competing almost every
That's
day.
much better than my commitment. Gosh, I'm usually in bed with this time.
Gosh, that's
But
commitment.
thank you very
That's much better than my commitment. Gosh,
And that is going to be it then for us tonight. And then, of course, you've heard that far. Get the man a seat. Right, that is it then. I'm going to be now going to bed then. But tomorrow it is going to be Knowlesy taking you through the action from the 100% race in Qatar. And then, of course, gold, silver, and bronze will be back in action then on Sunday. And the gold championship, goodness gracious me, the top 5 is now separated by 35 points in the Drivers' Championship. Anything can happen in that championship. It is going to go down to the wire. Same with bronze as well. And silver is also starting to condense as well after a brilliant job yesterday by Delando with a great Japanese Grand Prix win. See you tomorrow night for more action there for the 100.